So today we're going to dig into this 3VZ out of the Camry. So this one has some windows from this explosion. So I'm assuming there's a few good parts still on here that would be usable, and I know these motors are getting kind of hard to get, so we're going to just pull it apart, have a play. Jackson and I have a free afternoon, so we're just going to dive into this, see what damage I did, and see what parts are ruined and what parts are salvageable. So we've been pulling this engine apart for about 40 minutes. So cam's out, most of the cam's out. We've got one more bolt here that's being a bit stubborn. Someone had rounded it previously, and then taken the front off a fair bit. So it's about to get these heads off. Let's see what damage we did. So there's one more head bolt that we missed, but it should come off now. So we've got, I think, a dowel just caught. There we go. No damage. No damage. There's the washers I couldn't get off before.
No damage on that side. There's a bit of ochre.
Yeah, there's a lot of... Look how blocked all these are.
Maybe.
That's way cleaner than I expected.
That's really surprising. Oh, time to get this one off now.
Yeah. Hey. Chaos.
Boosh.
That's way worse than this side. Well, the pistons aren't at the same heights, so that's interesting. This one's pretty rusty. How's the head look? It's just rusty. It's not that bad, it's just rusty.
Yeah, that one looks pretty good, really.
Yeah. Oh, okay, cool. So just having a bit of a deeper look, and this piston here is actually wonky in the cylinder, and there's a chunk missing from that top corner, and it's all pitted. And Jackson reckons the valve looks, what, bad?
Yeah, it's pretty detonated and pitted there.
Yeah. Cool. Let's pull this front stuff off, pull the trans off, and roll the block over. And pull this sump off and have a look. So Jackson's side has the window, and this is part of a rod, I'm 90% sure.
Yeah, jump in and have a look.
And he's pulled the lay shafts off, or whatever it is, the drive shaft center go. And there's another window. So that's the original one, there's another one there, which I did kind of think there was, but I didn't have any proof until just now. Garbage. So I'll take these last few bits off the front and we'll flip this whole thing over. Maybe take the trans off, flip this thing over, take the sump off, and see how we go. So we flip the engine over here. Jackson's just taking off this plate on the bottom, and that's a better look at the big chunk we found, and the rods that tried to escape the sump, and the rods that tried to escape the block, and the rotational chaos that is whatever this is. There's loose bits. Let's get this sump off. That's all power steering fluid, and that's all oil, even though we dragged it all out, and Jackson's still slipping everywhere, and my slides are slippy.
It is slippery.
Glad we're not doing this in the shed.
We probably should have been.
We probably should have been, yeah.
They're not that tight.
Nothing on this engine is all that tight. It's a little concerning. I'm hoping it's because of the RPMs and the chaos, but nothing. Like, the cam bolts were tight, the front cam bolts were tight, everything else has been pretty loose. Can hear engine parts rattling back into the engine. It's pretty good.
Like it's full of glass.
Yeah, it sounds like it's full of glass. Can't.
Trying to whack into my leg.
I mean, credit to them, it didn't leak all that much oil until we did that. That should just pull off now, surely. What's in that? Anything in there?
No, not really. Just skulls.
Just chaos. Well, that'd be the bit I found before that I thought was a rod. The other piece. Oh, look at the crank. It's beaten. So they're the two you could see from the outside. So some of this girdle is snapped off, which is where Jackson's hands are just now. And we're finding a lot of bolts and carnage. That was a bearing at some point. It looks like it was actually pretty reasonable until it got smashed to pieces.
It's barely a bearing.
There's a ciggy butt for some reason. Alright, we got the trans off, got the converter off and the flex plate, and this, that rear seal, so rear, whatever it is, rear main seal plate. So now that girdle should come off, hopefully. There we go.
Fantastic.
Excellent. One piece. Definitely hasn't been hammered. Well, that piston's not connected at all. See if I can get you guys in here. So that piston is not attached at all. That piston is not attached at all. That one's attached.
There's something stopping me now.
Those middle two are attached by the looks.
Hitting that compression stroke.
I don't reckon. What are you hitting?
I don't know, but it's not letting me move, I'll tell you that. It's probably one of these bits of pistons over here.
Yeah, I'll go back the other way. Is this one not attached, is it?
I don't know what's going on.
Is this one loose? No, that one's attached.
No, it's these bits here, I think.
Oh, the front one. Surely not. Which one's let go?
These pair.
The back two, yeah.
Well, that one's not attached to anything.
Why not?
Oh,
It's moving.
Sorry, I didn't see the conner rod.
One of them's, oh, there's a bolt in there.
Or a yank, what do you call them? Connecting rods.
There's a bolt in there.
Is there? Oh.
Yeah, head bolt, a rod bolt, something.
Where's that plot?
Didn't one of the middle pistons push down when I had it over the way?
No, it was the end one.
Oh, it wasn't one of the end ones, was it? So there's only two. That's not as good a job as I expected, to be honest. So two rods have let go, which have let the pistons go, obviously. Didn't really do much damage to the head, which is kind of good. But there's bolts everywhere, so
Add it to the good bolt pile.
what a mess. Actually, you want to push that piston out and we'll get it in my hand. Just use that spanner. Yeah, it should just fall out, really. You might have to tilt the block towards you or something.
Oh, yeah. There you go. Easy.
Naked.
Oh, that's scoring me.
Toast. That one's pretty naked. That one's real bad. This one's like the skirt's all still there. Well, most of it. There's a little bit of damage. And that one is trashed. This one must have let go first because it's got more damage. Or that one let go and... Where's that rod? Like, there's a lot of that rod missing.
You picked up a whole chunk of it at Chawny's house.
Yeah, no, but like... They're long rods. That whole thing's gone.
So is it all that?
Right, there's a cap.
Oh, there's a rod.
Oh, there you go.
Knock, knock. Who's there? something coming in your window.
And then that bit's kind of like there or something.
Alright, do a jigsaw later. Let's get this
Wow.
apart.
That's apart enough for me. That's all I wanted to see.
Alright. Home time. Bye.
I'm going to chuck all this stuff in the bin. See you later.